Way ahead of the Hurricanes in rushing yardage at this point in time. Miami's defense has to stop their running game before they're going to take the ball away.
Seminoles with 133 yards rushing, as we pointed out. Hurricanes only 31 yards on the ground on 16 carries, I should say. Hurricanes will kick off to begin the second half of play. Jeff Davis, number 3, the flea. Roosevelt Snipes, number 20, the receiver. Settle back in your chair. Get set for another exciting half of college football live on South Florida 7 WSVN.
No wind in the stadium. Davis set to kick off. Let's see how pumped up he is.
We are underway in the second half. Snipes retreats into the end zone, takes it 5 yards deep. He will not repeat the mistake of the first half of bringing it out. He'll let it go for a touchback, and the Seminoles will set it up offensively. 1st and 10 at the 20.
And one of the interesting things for kickers, Dave, that people don't realize, the colder it gets, the harder that ball becomes, and it just doesn't have the bounce that it normally does on a warm day.
Bob Davis, the junior quarterback, 21 years old, out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Big guy at 6'4" and 190, sets the Seminoles up at the 20. Hand off to Jones. Jones fighting tackles. Good running. He's over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Near the 27. He's at the 26. Let's watch McCormick do his number with Willie Lee broken.
Willie Lee on the center, but he gets the job done. Bulls Willie Lee right over the top. Maybe that's the reason the Seminole running game is working so well. That front line for the Seminoles is blowing the Hurricanes off, and as long as the Seminoles can keep that running game going, they're going to hold on to the ball.
Hester and Thompson, the wide receivers. Davis on the keep. He's stopped right along the line of scrimmage. Danny Brown, number 41, making the stop.
The Seminoles really running a simple offense. Not very many plays, but they're executing superbly. They're getting that forward thrust by the offensive line, mixing up 3 or 4 plays and 5 yards out of whack.
They have had to do some redesigning on the offense since they lost Kelly Lowry. They also lost Cedric Jones, their fine fullback and pass catcher, with a bad ankle. He was hurt in the Arizona State game, is not expected to return for the season. Davis to throw on 3rd and short. Gets it out there to Allen, and Allen is over the 30, knocked down as a flag goes down. Kenny Calhoun making the stop for the Hurricanes.
Play pass action. Fake to Allen going through the middle and hit him on a little curl outside. Had the yardage for the first down, but it does look like it's against the Seminoles.
Here's referee Schmidt.
I've got an offensive pass interference against Florida State. It'll be a loss of down.
Loss of down. That means they finally caught one of those offensive players pushing a poor little defensive player.
Can you imagine?
Tom Wheeler, number 89, was the culprit. They just never call that. It happens all the time, Dave. They just never call it on the offense. Those are good guys, supposedly.
One of the good things about my partner, Dick Anderson, is that prejudice never enters in. The former defensive backs thinking.
All right, we have offensive pass interference against Florida State. The loss of down, 4th down.
A punting situation down to the field. Here's Andy.
With injured middle guard Tony Fitzpatrick. Chris, what can you see from the sideline that Florida State is doing offensively?
The center McCormick's doing a good job on the nose guard. Willie's going to have to get off the ball, and he's going to have to get McCormick off him. The guards are helping a lot.
Can you see anything else? It seems to me like they're completing a lot of passes over the middle.
That's what's his name, number 26, coming out of the back. And he's just coming out late, and it's nothing big. It's just we're going to have to stay on him.
All right, Fitz, thanks a lot. David?
Lewis Berry gets a good punt out of there. Eddie Brown takes it at the 39. Gives Brown. Gets a block or two, but he's not going to get much out of this. He is stopped at the 38.
Good coverage by the Seminoles, and we'll be back in a moment.
When you travel as much as I do, you look for a hotel with a difference.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Hear your messages.
Sheraton knows what I want. They give me convenient locations, fine restaurants, and competitive rates. When you're looking for value with a lot of style, Sheraton's the place.
Taste the difference Sheraton makes. Call the Sheraton Value Line, 800-325-3535.
46-yard punt by Lewis Berry has the Hurricanes first and 10 back at their 38. Bentley carries the ball out to the 42-yard line, a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Hurricanes. Carricker in on the stop for FSU.
The Hurricanes have to reestablish their game plan. They need to make the run work so they loosen up the Seminole defense, and then the pass will work far better.
One of the things the Hurricanes like to do is take their first possession of the second half and get something out of it. And they're on the way right here as Keith Griffin breaks loose, gets it inside the 40.
That's the kind of play that loosens up a defense.
You said get the running game going. Let's watch the running game go, Richard.
Great block right there. Trap block. Griffin up the middle. Works through there. Good move there. Steps over a would-be tackler. Tough runner, Mr. Griffin.
21-yard pickup down to the 37. Juan Comandiero with a key block on the play. This is Griffin again. Griffin hemmed in inside the 40. He is going to be knocked down for a loss. Number 19, Pat Milligan, defensive back, coming in to help with the stop there.
And Alfonso Carricker.
Alfonso Carricker, 76.
Alfonso, they feel, will be a first-round draft choice in the pros. He's tall. He's fast.
He's tough.
6'6", 259. On that frame, he could go to 275 and still retain the speed that he has.
He can move around. Loss on the play of just about 5. We'll call it 2nd and 15 for the Hurricanes. Seminole 41-yard line. Shakespeare near, Eddie Brown far. Screen coming, Albert Bentley has it. Cuts inside a block, he's got some room. Bentley's inside the 35. Pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Albert Bentley on the screen. Tackle on the play by number 23 for the Seminoles, defensive back Tracy Ashley.
And the Hurricanes are back to their game plan. As you recall, early in the game, they had a few successful runs and then opened up with a couple of screens. The blockers out in front of him. Bentley does a good job cutting to the inside, gets outside, loses his feet a little bit trying to get it down the sideline.
Timeout being waved on the field as we have some kind of mix-up going. It's going to be charged to the Seminoles, and we will be back to Doak Campbell Stadium after this.
This Bud's for everyone who takes the power and sends it down the line. This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.